you don't love sage, or if you're kind of burned out on watching things burn this week, no more Palo Santo or sage, maybe use rose water. So rose water is also a way of purifying and cleansing your energy field and your space. We're going to do some rolling out today. You're going to need a yoga therapy ball. So if you don't have a yoga therapy ball, I always hear people say you can use a lacrosse ball. Well, sure, but I don't know anybody that plays lacrosse, so I don't think those are very handy to just have laying around the house, but you can use a tennis ball instead, which are very cheap and easy to find. So if you don't have a therapy ball, use a tennis ball. I'm using yoga therapy balls by Tune Up Fitness. I love them. You're going to start by rolling out your feet. You should do this before every single yoga practice, every single weight training session, and especially if you're a runner or a hiker, it's really important to stretch and roll out your feet. So we're going to start at the base of the toes on the one foot, just doesn't matter which one, you're going to do both. So starting pushing and releasing, just giving it like a real good squish. Just getting into the layers of connective tissue and the muscles all into the bottom of the foot. Might feel kind of tender if you're not used to doing this work, it'll get better. And then we're going to take it to the heel and do the same thing, just starting to push and release all over the heel. I do this almost every day. I'm not going to say I do it every day. That would be a lie, but I do it almost every day. And sometimes I do it more than once a day. You can definitely do it very often. We're going to take it right under the ball of your foot again. Grab the ball with your toes, like a little like monkey fist curling around. And then stretch and push the ball down against your big toe mound. So we're getting that extension of the big toe. And then do that one more time. Squish, wrap your toes around it. And then push your big toe down like a little string was pulling your big toe up towards your nose. And then we're going to start to roll from the base of the big toe down through the inner arch, stretching out your toes all along the way. And then pick it up and do the same thing again. Push and roll. I'm such a proponent of this work, this myofascial release. What we're looking to do, just keep rolling while I'm explaining. What we're looking to do is get into the deeper layers of connective tissue and give them some compression and then some rehydration. So just like squeezing out a sponge, once you wring it out, you get dehydration momentarily, but then we get that fresh new cellular fluid moving in. When we get all that good stuff, the blood flow increasing, the cellular fluid regenerating, refreshing, we get more resiliency in the tissues so they don't get stiff, sticky, dehydrated, or restricted. And then take it really fast all over the sole of your foot. And then walk through this with me to a really slow count of 5. So we're going to start at the base of the big toe. You're going to push down really strong. And for 5, 4, moving through the inner arch. Oh my goodness, deep massage. 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Start over at the base of the second and third toe area. Same thing, pushing, stretching out the toes. Really like thinking of just ironing out any tension, any tightness, any stickiness in the tissues there. And then pin your foot down to the mat or the floor with your heel still on your ball and give it like a little side to side scrape, like you're scraping something sticky off your shoe. And then we'll do the same thing under the ball of the foot. And you can do this for a lot longer than I'm demonstrating here. I'm just giving you the basics, but you can spend a couple of minutes doing each of these movements if it feels good to go longer. And then you'll just give it a real fast, nice scrub all over. So let's take that to the other side, starting at your left foot. Just pin and twist, squish, press, release over the ball of your foot. And then down into the heel, the same thing. So we do this all over the body. I teach this class a few times a week actually in person, and we do all of the body parts. We do the back of the neck, the occipital ridge, we do the shoulders, the chest, the trapezius muscles, the upper back muscles, and those postural muscles that sit all the way down the spine. All right, you guys, now take your foot and kind of squish it around the ball like a little monkey fist grabbing it. And then push your big toe down against it, stretching up the big toe towards your face. So when and do this one more time each way, grab the ball with your toes, and then push your big toe down against it. So when we do this work, to getting into the arches of the feet, what we're doing is working on lifting the arches and mobilizing the tissues in the sole of the foot. And that helps balance and stability a lot, all the way up through the body chain. Start at the base of your big toe, just start to roll all the way down through the arch, fanning out your toes as you go. Press and roll. Nice and easy. Getting just a deeper massage all the way down the length of the foot, going in the direction of the fibers of the connective tissue there, the plantar fascia. All right, and then really slow to a count of 5 with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Second side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down to the outer edge of your foot, outer arch. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pin your heel onto the ball with your toes on the ground. Give it a nice big scrape. Now we're going across the fiber of the foot. And then do the same thing under the toes, anchoring your heel down. Just take your toes like a little small windshield wiper and go right across the ball of the foot. And then really fast all over. All right, I'm going to show you how to get into your glutes. We're going to do this one fairly abbreviated. So again, take some more time for yourself to do this if you have more time. You just need one therapy ball. Again, you can take it right under your right seat as you come down onto your back. So keep your knees bent, push into your feet, and tuck it right into where your back pocket would be if you had jeans on. And then start to lean into that side. So let your knees fall a little that direction. Whew, feel the weight of your body dropping down into the therapy ball. I like to use the analogy of my body being like a melty marshmallow, just melting right down on top of it before we start to add movement. So this is a very strong muscle. Your glutes are one of the biggest and strongest muscles you have in your body. And it takes a little while to kind of access those deeper layers. So we want to just drop the body weight down with some heavy rest to begin with. And then we're going to start to add a press and roll. So all the way across, left to right, just like a little dog wagging its tail and rolling right over the therapy balls. It starts to kind of move around. You can adjust where to place it. It doesn't have to be an exact position on your glute muscle. You can explore if you want to move a little higher, a little lower. And then as you roll, there's a few ways to address the tension or the tightness in there. We can either take a really slow wave of pressure, or you can hold steady compression when you find a trigger point that needs maybe a deeper release. Big exhale breaths are really important. And then you can also take a real fast little scrub in different directions, like a little figure 8 all over. All right, we're going to take that right ankle. I'm working on my right side, so I'm going to take my right ankle up into a figure 4 shape, and I'm going to drop my weight deeper into that outer hip now. So I'm getting more into the glute medius that sits on the side and the back. I'm just going to roll all the way to that outer seam of my right hip. It can be tender, so if it feels like it's a lot of pressure or a lot of intensity, you're not alone in feeling that. That's not uncommon. It's just a very tender area. It's a small muscle group that holds a lot of body stability and weight. So it's very busy working all the time, and it might just need a little self-massage here. Let's take a couple more breaths, a couple more rolls. All right, stretch your legs out and give them a big shake. I'm going to do a lot more of this work in coming up videos on our yoga series, but for today, let's focus on your feet and your glutes. Be well, everybody. Find your bliss and have a great day.